Hi everybody. Start out just with some relaxation, some tones. It's been a full moon week last week, and a lot of people going through a lot of changes. A lot of people really focusing on their lives and what they want to do with their life, and a lot of people even shifting through relationship changes. So this is to you. Honor yourself. It's a hard time, but I've been talking about Chiron, which is Chiron, and Chiron being in retrograde. Chiron is the planet that represents the wounds that you bring into this life with you. And those wounds can be very deep if you don't learn to deal with them. A good example is Chiron. I have Chiron in Pisces, and Chiron in Pisces is it's actually a deep wound that has to do with self-sacrifice, and it's all about being able to love yourself enough and take care of you. And that's a hard thing to do. And you'll find that if you have Chiron in Pisces, maybe you have a lot of people to take care of. Maybe you feel like your purpose is taking care of other people. But your biggest thing to overcome is, because you naturally take care of other people, is to take care of you. If you can't take care of you, you can't take care of anybody else. And that is really important. And a lot of people as we go into this next week, we begin the beginning. I can't believe we're almost in the beginning of September. Like, this whole month has just flown by. But there's a deeper part of us that is calling out for surrender, has looked at life as very difficult or very crowded. So a lot of people are looking at simplifying things, like really simplifying their life, and less stuff. Like, I look at things and I'm like, there's so much stuff, but how much time do you have to use that stuff? How much time do you have to enjoy your life? There's a lot of things that can raise your frequency. One of the things that I really believe in is crystals, and carrying them. I have crystals everywhere. I don't even know where to start, but I am going to give you a crystal that will be very helpful to you as you go through this time period. And I wanted to just remind you that you're not your mistakes. They're what you did, not who you are. You are not your mistakes. They're what you did, not who you are. And how you love yourself is how you teach others to love you. That's a huge thing. So if you're not taking care of yourself and you're not loving yourself, you're going to draw that into your life. And so self-love is a really important thing. When you can love yourself, you can truly allow others that space to love you too. It is so important. There are some stones that are very powerful stones that I recommend for self-love. One of those stones that I recommend is a rose quartz. And you'll hear me talk about rose quartz all the time. But this is a stone that really helps you to feel that vibration, that frequency of taking care of you, of opening up your heart. And I guarantee you, if you're the type of person that has taken care of others all the time, and maybe your self-esteem has just taken a dump. Oh gosh, I'm thinking about this quote. It's low self-esteem. It's like driving through life with your handbrake on. Think about it. It's like driving, you know? It's like low self-esteem is like driving through life with your handbrake on. So you're constantly questioning yourself. You're constantly wondering, what do I do next? Well, I'm going to make a suggestion. It's fall in love with yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. Love who you are. If you can't love who you are, you can't love anyone else. That is huge. And to fall in love with yourself is truly the first step to happiness. So rose quartz is a great stone. You can hold that stone, and I suggest you, if you're a female, you can put it in your bra. If you're a guy, put it in your pocket. And then I'm also going to suggest that you use an obsidian. Use obsidian stone. And I'm hoping maybe Gordon might put some pictures up at the end of this video and share that with you. But an obsidian stone is very good for also not letting your energy leak out of you. It's very good for protection. And I really, really recommend that. So how do you get into that space of starting somewhere? Well, for me, I usually like start with my friends, people who love me, who help me, and they're there just to listen, as much as you might want to block everybody out and hide and just like push people away. This is a very, very powerful thing. If you have friends that can be there, they can love you, they can hold space for you. There's a book I love. It's called The Voice of Knowledge. It's by Don Miguel Ruiz, who wrote the 4 Agreements. And I just was going to read part of this to you. Many tools can help you to change your story, but the 4 Agreements are my favorite tools for transformation. They are mine too. Why? Because they have the power to help you unlearn the many ways you have learned to use the word against yourself. Just by following these agreements, you challenge all of the opinions that are nothing but superstition and lies. Be impeccable with your word, because you use the word to create your story. Don't take anything personally, because you live in your own story. And living in your own story and creating your own story is really important. You take things personally, you're living someone else's story of you. And that's really important, because if you do not do those things, it's going to wreak havoc in your life. And there's more. Here's just a little bit more. Don't make assumptions, because most assumptions are not the truth. They are fiction. And when the storyteller makes up stories, especially about other storytellers, this creates big drama. Always do your best. That's another one. Because this keeps the voice of knowledge from judging you. And by taking action, you keep the voice from talking to you. And so, the storyteller, it will make you use the words against yourself if you constantly are taking things personally. So, and then you're gonna personally attack yourself. So really, really don't assume. When you assume, and you're assuming that person, or maybe that person just being very mean to you, ask yourself, is this worth it to me? Like, I only have so many years on this earth plane. I want peace. And that's one of the things that like it's really big. Like I'm selling my house right now, and one of the things I want to do is to move and just to simplify my life, to enjoy the things in my life, and to enjoy me. That's really important. If I can't enjoy me, I can't enjoy anything else. We have to take that first step on the path to happiness and the path to enlightenment. I wanted to share with you that there is a really neat class online, and you can go over to litetheway.com to download the class. It's a 5-day class, and there's two actually. One is connecting with your infinite self that I would recommend any of the classes, but just to connect with you and connect with that person who is inside, it's great. And there's some exercises you can do. It's a wonderful way to connect with self-love. Here's the hand positions for self-love. Hand on heart, other hand on your belly. This is the connection to your higher self, and this is the connection to free will and choice, or earthly things. And just by closing your eyes, when something happens, and just breathe in and exhale in and feel and experience the truth. And the truth is, you are an amazing person. You were brought here for a reason. And you can do anything you want to do if you put your mind to it. And with that, I want to ask every one of you to have a peaceful week. And if you get a chance to go over to litetheway.com and also go online, we have some really cool crystal shows that are going on, and they will help you. These crystals will help you shift your frequency, because its frequency is all what it's about. Think about if somebody's yelling at you, your frequency is shaken up. There are ways that we can change things, and it starts with you. It starts with me as we share awareness. Thank you so much for taking the time to connect, and I will talk to you next week. Peace.